Hello and welcome to my Let's Play / stream Star Trek Online. Part 45. I apologise for a lack of parts over the last few days. It's because I've got a cold. Still have it. You might hear me randomly mute. Particularly with a cough in your ear. So as I try to work through this cold, so I will do my best. So we're here on part 45. We're going to do Stormbound, continue the future proof story arc. And we'll find out what the Tholians are going to be doing with that Tox Uthat that they stole from Caldano in the last parts. Still don't know why we can't tell him that he's going to die. Well, I think that must be the temporal prime directive or whatever. Excuse me a second. Okie dokie. Let's hail Admiral Quint and let's get this party started.
The Tox Uthat has fallen into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldano believes they are trying to interfere with the Nakul in the present because of actions they will take in the future. Caldano has asked you to rendezvous with him in the Nakul system.
Okay, so we'll accept that. We'll head over to the Nakul system, which is right here. Yeah, so yeah, I do apologise. I might continue to talk to me. So I'm quite susceptible to colds, and I get them every so often. And you know, I try to work through it. Try to do it before really. It's like literally for the last part, it's like just really couldn't do it. And it was at one point, I think Saturday, I think I was planning to do for this part, and literally every 5 seconds I was coughing, so just really couldn't do it. It wouldn't be very good. But not much has changed on the game anyway. We're still in the middle of the anniversary at the time of this part, so nothing in game has changed. There's no major changes. Okay, so let's begin Stormbound. Because all the talking I have to do, because my character is a non-speaking NPC, I have to do the voices for her.
Good to see you again. Thank you for responding to my message so quickly. The Tholians have the quantum phase inhibitor. I've tracked their ship to this system, and I'm detecting some telltale quantum fluctuations within the star. They're trying to use the device. We need to stop them and recover it. First, however, we need to help the Nakul. At this point in their history, they're not prepared to repel a Tholian attack.
Agreed. Set course for the lead Tholian vessel. The Nakul are hailing us, sir. Shall I put them on the main view screen? On screen.
Unidentified vessel. You have entered our space without authorization. If you are an ally of the Tholians, leave now. We have done nothing to provoke their attacks, but we will defend ourselves.
We will render any assistance we can. What can we do? What do you need?
Thank you. My people have few warships. Any assistance you could provide against the Tholians would be appreciated.
Consider it done. Yeah, that's right. I could have I'll do the speaking parts of my character and my bridge officers and all that stuff. Even though my bridge officers do actually have voice actors. I mean, I just decided just not to pay them, not to let them do the thing You know, aim at the wall.
It is not often that we encounter a species willing to risk their lives for another. We are still detecting Tholian ships near our star, as well as some unusual quantum fluctuations. It's as if the star's nuclear fusion is decaying at an increased rate.
Yes, they stole a device from us that interferes with the diffusion process in the sun.
So this is your fault? Why would you make such a terrible thing? You caused this problem. I expect you to fix it, or we will hold you and your people responsible for the consequences.
Caldano created a device in the future. The Tholians stole it from him. We're just trying to set things right.
I should have never made that device. I was only focused on the idea, on whether it was possible. I didn't stop to think of all the harm it could do in the wrong hands. We have to stop the Tholians before they shut down the star's fusion. If that happens, the effect on the system will be devastating. The Nakul will lose their home, and life will probably never develop here again.
Helm, lay course for the star, full impulse.
The lead Tholian ship has the quantum phase inhibitor. They're going to use it on the star. We have to stop them. Board that vessel and get it back.
Yeah. So, if you watch my earlier part of this, you'll know that basically those officers in the tutorials and stuff do actually speak. All of them. But I guess they just decided just not get them blocked, let them not get them to speak it later on. But, oh well, it is what it is. So, not really. Well, I am complaining, but not really complaining. Because better was playing other,
Assuming, of course, we can get it back from them in the first place.
Other MMORPGs where they had voice actors. I was pretty much spoiled by Star Wars Online. Star Wars Online. Star Wars, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Everyone's voiced. Everything is voiced. So, oh, damn it! That's what I got through. I did. I blame that game. The Tholians are very anti-time. I mean, every time I met them, they generally don't like time travel. They see it as a negative, and then they really do everything in their power to stop it. So, interesting to see why they're doing this.
Tox Uthat.
Bugger. Well, Well, that's cool. Not happy. Into the parlour. Oh yeah, I get that reference. The Tholian ship is disabled and sensors confirmed that the Tox Uthat is aboard. We can't lock onto it though. Too much interference. Recommend we send an away team on the ship and retrieve the device. Signal Caldano to join us on in the shuttle bay and prepare to launch the shuttle.
We've docked with a Tholian ship. The good news is that my scans indicate the quantum phase inhibitor is on the bridge. All we need to do is go get it. The bad news is that the Tholians know we're here. They're not going to give up without a fight.
Understood. We're ready.
The Tholians come from an environment that is extremely hazardous to most humanoids. You and your team will need environment suits to survive.
Understood. Thanks for the reminder.
Don't forget to equip and activate EV suits before you board the Tholian ship.
Alright. That's everyone. Okay.
Tholians, just as xenophobic and opportunistic in your time as mine.
Well, they're not going to change, are they? They're Tholians.
We have to be getting closer to the Tox Uthat. Stay alert.
Defending your ship with honor. The lag is because of the got to turn me around. Hello, ladies.
The bridge should be just ahead.
Are you sure? I'd hate for you to be wrong. You're a time traveler, man. Shouldn't you have predicted this thing to happen? That would be the captain.
Now we just need to drop that force field, get the quantum phase inhibitor, and get off the ship before the rest of the Tholians get here to stop us.
Drop the field and get the quantum phase inhibitor. Got it.
Finally, we have the quantum phase inhibitor. I brought this device through time to hide it from the Vorgons, but I never thought the Tholians would steal it. Now we need to hide it where it will be safe from both of them. Are you ready? This will be a longer trip than you're used to taking.
Beam us to the shuttle and launch immediately. Let's get to the ship. Shell base action.
Set a course for the Ryza system.
Ryza, early 22nd century. And the tourists won't be in this region for a few years yet. No one will be looking for the quantum phase inhibitor here. Not now, anyway. Let's try that cave up ahead. Looks like a good spot.
Acknowledged.
Wow, rain on Ryza. I guess they haven't installed the weather control systems yet.
You literally just said, no, what? Don't worry about it.
We have to hide the device very well. I can't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands again. And the Vorgons are very persistent. That's better, but I still think it will be too easy to find.
Basically, we're burying it so that Captain Picard can find it in the captain's holiday. We're fush.
That's it. Someone will find it in a few hundred years, but that's a different story for a different captain. Let's get back to your time. We need to check on the Nakul. Setting course for 2014.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Nakul are not going to be very happy. Could we have used it to reanimate?
Get back to the Nakul.
Couldn't we have used it on the star before we took it back? You know. Just saying. So we arrived in the Nakul system in the presence of Caldano's lost his ship. The Tholians are hailing us on the screen.
Return the Tox Uthat, and we will let you live.
We no longer have the device. We've hidden it where you will never find it. Yeah. Threatening bastards. That's how you speak to spiders.
Responding to a temporal distress call. Do you require assistance?
You remember the past up was the ship that took us, that sent us back in time, back to our proper time after we had a adventure in the with the old Enterprise. So should we Captain Walker again? What we're going to say.
What happened to our son? What did you do?
We were unable to stop the Tholians, but we were able to retrieve the Tox Uthat and hide it where no one can find it.
I'm sure that will be a great comfort to our citizens as they freeze to death.
We'll do whatever we can to assist you.
You have done quite enough. Leave us alone. Time travelers and malcontents and Tholians. The whole lot of you can fall into a black hole. Now, go. We have to figure out how to save our people. And then we'll take steps to protect ourselves. Time is a weapon, and it will never be turned against us again.
Let us know if you change your mind and want our help.
This is Captain Benjamin Walker of the USS Vostok. I'm responding to an emergency temporal transmission from these space-time coordinates, but we are no longer detecting the source of these transmissions. Did you lose a time traveler?
Yes, Caldano's ship was damaged and he fell through a temporal portal.
I think you better come aboard while we resolve this. Prepare for transport.
Been to the Vostok. He went back to 2153 to die. I already know. Poor bastard. Predestination paradoxes can be a bitch. Deus Ex Tempora. We meet him again, Captain Walker.
Greetings. It's nice to see you again.
Of course I wouldn't know. Again, we've never met before.
Not that you remember. We need to scan the continuum for Caldano. Would you care to assist me?
Of course. I won't remember, but I do remember. My character doesn't remember.
Were you able to locate Caldano?
His ship is in the 22nd century, but these readings are strange.
Enter the temporal coordinates into the transporter.
Acknowledged. Activate.
What happened with Caldano?
He's dead. It's like he's been dead for centuries.
No, this was meant to happen. Caldano went further back into the past than you knew. The NX-01 Enterprise, captained by Jonathan Archer, found his ship in the 22nd century, and his chief engineer activated Caldano's emergency temporal circuit, which returned the ship to its last known time, this one. But by the time that happened, Caldano had been dead for centuries. The Tox Uthat is safe. It was found in the mid-24th century by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who destroyed it before it could be used to harm others.
And then that cool, is there anything that we can do for them?
Altering the past causes ripples. The effects move through time, shifting everything they touch, and it may take eons for all of them to be seen. The Nakul will survive, although their homeworld will be lost. They will become time travelers themselves, and their actions in the temporal Cold War shape the galaxy you now know. There are some things you shouldn't change, that you can't change.
The temporal Cold War?
You could check Captain Archer's old logs for more information, but you will know all about it soon enough. You are entering a dangerous era in history. Time travel, like warp drive before it, will radically change your society. I'll see you again. We have a lot to do.
Farewell, Captain, and thank you. Are you ready to return to the ship?
Caldano is dead. The Nakul are angry. But at least the timeline has been preserved.
Well, that's not exactly what's written here, Admiral Quinn. It says that we've had to save this and our friend from the future, Caldano is dead. I know that you did everything you could, sometimes especially when the ventures into time travel. Things must play out the way they, so at least the timeline is preserved. Captain Picard can find the toxic Titan rise in the 24th century. Still, last war for Caldano and the Nakul people. Is it quantum stuff? So that's it for this part. I'm going to go and cough, and we shall continue the future-proof story in the next part, which is part 46, and it is when it starts loading. Time and Tide. Captain Walker of the USS Pastak has requested your representation at the meeting of the Temporal Integrity Commission, a branch Federation for the 29th century. So we get to go and meet Captain Walker again. The first time, or probably the second time, or whatever. Basically, we go and have a chat with him. Thank you very much for watching. Live long and prosper.
Not all the experience.
Again, Ranzil. Again, you intervene with my outro. Me and you are going to have words. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Live long and prosper. And I shall see you in part 46. Time and Tide.